Tap into better water. Tap into Anderson.
For a clean, safe, comfortable life.
Tap into Anderson.
Hi, I'm Tom Gerstner, President of Anderson Water Systems. You know, in life, there are a few things that we truly cherish. Among them are our families and our health. And water is the key ingredient to our family's health.
Anderson Water has a long-standing tradition of providing you and your family with fantastic water.
In a minute, I'm going to show you a few very compelling reasons why you and your family should tap into better water. You know, in talking to our customers over the years, we've found that the #1 reason why people want to do a water system is because they have dry skin. So I've been asked over and over the years, why in the world does better water equate to better skin? Well, let me show you. It's very simple. What I want you to do, if you would, is go to your sink and wash your hands. Just wash them with soap and with water, just like you normally would. Now, when you get done with that, what I'd like for you to do, if you would, is to rinse your hands off and taste your finger. That's right, I said taste your finger. And I'll bet you anything, you're going to taste soap on your hands. Now, why is that? It's very simple. Think about it this way. If soap film is sticking on your shower stall, doesn't it stand to reason that it's sticking on your skin? And in a minute, I'm going to prove that to you. Now, if you think about it, what's the main ingredient in soap? It's lye. And lye is caustic. So it only stands to reason if it's sticking on things like your shower stall, it's sticking in your skin. And lye will dry your skin out terrible because it's caustic. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you a little experiment. Now, what I've done is I've taken some great Anderson conditioned water here, and I've taken some water before conditioning here, right out of the tap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 15 drops of soap, just raw Fells naphtha soap, and we're going to put it in each vial. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now instantaneously you're going to see the water out of the tap turns cloudy and milky and soapy just like your dirty bath water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake that up real good and we get some soap bubbles. Now what I'm going to do is take the same amount of drops of the Anderson water and we're going to shake that up and we're going to end up with a vial full of soap. So we ended up with 1/4 of the soap before as opposed to after. Now in a minute, when the bubbles dissipate, you're going to see that the water before conditioning is all cloudy and milky and gray, almost the same color as your whites. And the Anderson water is perfectly crystal clear on the bottom. And what happened was 100% of the soap dissolved instead of curded. Now there's a very good reason for that. What I did here was I took some of the water out of the tap before conditioning and I settled out all of the impurities in the water. In our water in this part of the country, we're known as the hardness capital of the world because there's lime or limestone in the water. One of the great things that our systems do is they take all the limestone out of the water. What that does is ends up leaving more room in the water for things like soap and coffee and teas and juices to dissolve. So instead of the soap curding, and in a minute you're going to actually be able to see the soap sticking to the sides of this vial, instead of the soap curding, the soap dissolves and rinses down the drain. So if you were, again, after you had an Anderson water system, to wash your hands in the conditioned water, you wouldn't taste the soap anymore. So it only stands to reason if the soap is no longer sticking to your hands, it's no longer sticking to your shower stall, and it's no longer sticking to your clothes. So what I'd like to do is I'd simply like to take a little bit of the conditioned water, put it in a bowl, and I'm going to take a cloth that has been washed in unconditioned water. And I'm going to, after it's been through 2 rinse cycles in the unconditioned water, I'm going to put it through 1 rinse cycle in my water. And what you're going to see here, you're going to be absolutely amazed by this. Look at the soap that we pulled out of that cloth. And look at the color of the water. Now, if you look at that and you look at the color of the water here, they're the same color. And if you look at the color of the typical whites that come out of your washing machine, you're going to very quickly understand that the soap stays in the cloth. So customers say, well, why is that a problem? Well, soap in cloth wears down fabric. So one of the things we love about the Anderson water system is there's no more soap in the cloth. In fact, we tell our customers the first couple of weeks that you have our system, don't put any soap in the washing machine because the soap is already in the clothes and it's going to take a while to rinse out. So if we take the soap out of the cloth, guess what else we're not going to have?
It will reduce the static electricity in your laundry.
We're no longer going to have moldy smelling clothes. Have you ever taken in a washing machine and left your clothes in there too long? Left them in for an extra day and forgot to take them out. And you take them out and they smell horrible? Well, guess what? Mold doesn't grow off clothing. Mold grows off soap. So it only stands to reason if the soap is in the clothes, mold's going to grow off it. So the beautiful thing about our systems is they take all the solids out of the water, and if the soap can dissolve, it'll go down the drain and no longer stick to your skin, no longer stick to your hair, and no longer stick to your clothing or your shower stall. You know, in talking to a lot of our customers over the years, they've shared with us that one of the main reasons that they've invested in an Anderson water system is to cut down on the amount of soap that they have to buy at the grocery store. You know, when you think about it, we have to buy laundry soaps and sink soaps and dishwasher soaps and a myriad of different products. But in addition to that, we also have to buy fabric softener, dryer sheets, Calgon, soap film removers, and all kinds of crazy things that we need to use to treat the symptoms of hard water as opposed to the problem. Now, one of the great benefits that we've learned over the years is that you can end up using about a quarter of the soap that you used to use. So instead of having to fill this cup to the top with soap, all we do is use about a 1/4 when the manufacturer recommends that they use this much. So when you think about it, if you can save a whole lot of money on soap products, you're going to end up spending less down at the grocery store. And I guarantee you, you'll never have to use another fabric dryer sheet. You'll never have to use fabric softener again. You'll never have to use jet dry in the dishwasher. You'll never have to use bleach for whitening. And the list goes on and on and on. In today's business world, it's so important to deliver high-quality products and great customer service. That's why we at Anderson Water Systems strive so hard to make sure our customers are happy. For instance,
Anderson has a state-of-the-art customer service department and a limited lifetime parts and labor warranty. And if you ever have a problem with the system, you're in good hands. We have a system that does not use sodium in the softening process. And our system does not breed bacteria inside the media vessel.
and if you wake up in a cold sweat and decide you want to move, we'll move the system for you one time free any place in the continental United States. So do yourself a favor, do it for your family, tap into better water, tap into Anderson.
Tap into better water. Tap into Anderson.
For a clean, safe, comfortable life.
Tap into Anderson.